Welcome to the Pineapple Pinup, the Hot Wife Life podcast. On today's episode, we're going to talk about everyone's roles in the lifestyle. I am going to preface this by stating out loud 100% everybody in the lifestyle is welcome. Everybody is welcome in the lifestyle. There is no bar that you have to meet to get into the lifestyle other than, being a consenting adult. Okay. So, that being said, now it's time to get our vocabulary correct. I am a huge fan of communication, as you might be able to tell. I love the fact that communication and language gives us all a way of understanding one another to a very nth degree. The most important part of understanding one another is knowing the vocabulary. When a 19-year-old single man says to me, "I'm a swinger," I tend to think that he doesn't actually understand the definition. Okay? Imagine a swing. When you're on a swing, you go from one side to the other. And the term swinger comes from swinging from one partner to another and then back again. So, in order to be a swinger, you need to have a partner. It's the only way that it works. You can be in the lifestyle, in the swinger lifestyle, absolutely. But your role within the lifestyle is definitely not a swinger if you are a single party. Okay? So, swinging, it is essential to have at least one partner that you can swing away from and come back to. Now, if you are a single male, you are usually referred to as a bull. You are someone who takes a man's wife, breeds with her, and then sends her on her way. If you are a single female, you are usually referred to as a unicorn. Now, there are also other individuals in the swinger lifestyle that don't necessarily swing, okay? Stags, they don't swing. Cucks, they don't swing. So if you're a swinger couple, then you're both swinging. If you're a vixen and a stag, the vixen is usually a swinger, the stag is usually a watcher. So defining who you are, I'm in the lifestyle, is a perfect way of saying that you enjoy swinger activities. You enjoy being part of the club. You enjoy being being in the lifestyle is absolutely 100% an acceptable way to refer to yourself. You're 100% allowed into the club, not a problem. But make sure that you're not giving people some sort of false expectation of the package you're coming with. Okay? I swing, my husband doesn't. My husband is a stag. I am a vixen. It is all very part and parcel with the nuances of the language. So, in order to define who we are and make sure that people aren't expecting you to show up with a partner, when you refer to yourself as in the lifestyle as a bull, it makes it a little bit more clear that you will not be showing up with a partner of any sort. I know that this is so nitpicky. Okay, I get it. I can hear myself saying it and go, "Okay." But I think it's important for all of us to understand the language that we're all trying to communicate within. Because if we understand the language, we can communicate better what our expectations are. And we can communicate better what our boundaries are. And we can communicate better what our consents are. All of this is very important to maintaining the lifestyle. When you set expectations that you cannot live up to, like having a partner, it makes it a little bit more difficult. If somebody invites you over to a swing event and you have no one that you're swinging with, okay? Now, I am obviously not here to be the language police. However you refer to yourself, I guess that's 100% your business. But when you're trying to talk about roles played within the lifestyle, clarity will actually be extraordinarily helpful. It will make it so that you are welcomed in the capacity in which you can participate. Okay. So when somebody says they want to go on a swinger cruise, that's absolutely fine. And if you are going as a bull, just say, I'm going as a bull. Don't set expectations that you'll be showing up there with multiple people. I am very much a fan of utilizing the language to its capacity. I don't think that's a secret to anyone here. But I do know that we are creating a language to keep ourselves from being outed to the wrong people. When we utilize the language, we are able to, it's like your code word to get into the clubhouse. So just know what it is that you're getting into the clubhouse for and let the people inside know how you're coming in, if that makes any sense. So I wanted to say I got a lot of love for the cup cleanup episode. I got a lot of stories. I got a lot of emails and a lot of comments. And I just want to say that is awesome. And cuck cleanup is obviously a huge part of some people's kinks. And I love it. And I'm all for it. If that is your kink, the only thing I'm gonna say is be safe. Make sure that if you are doing bear play, that you're doing it with someone that you trust, someone that has been tested, someone that you've been tested, because nothing is 100%, nothing is foolproof. So just make sure that when you're doing the exchange of fluids, you're doing it safely. Because one of the tenets of our whole thing, safe, sane, and consensual, okay? Do it safely. As much safety as you can put into a very dangerous pastime is elemental. It's elemental to your health, to your partner's health. It's elemental to anybody you play with, okay? So is it hot? Absolutely. Is it exciting? Absolutely. Just make sure you're being as safe as possible when you do it. And from one incident that I got an email about an incident that happened to a gentleman, and it was an accidental cream pie. It was condom broke, something like that. And It was very understandably shocking, and I think that shock led to even greater, like, eagerness on his part. So, that is that is stuff like that's gonna happen, but just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you're getting checked out, that you're doing the things that you need to do to make sure that you're safe and to make sure that you are not not having an issue moving forward. Um, because the whole point of enjoying the kink is being able to enjoy it long term. So, my PSA for today is absolutely, absolutely. Just make sure you do it with some safety parameters in place, and accidents will happen. Just make sure you're following up on making sure that you're safe afterwards. Okay, now that my lecture is over, um, I do know that I would love to get back into a bowl situation where I have a regular bowl, a local regular bowl, um, because I have so many friends that I can't really play with because we're just the distance is too much and our lives are too hectic, and I would just I am still on the hunt for a regular local, and I am eager to find that. Um, I know that I have been out of the game entirely too long. It has literally been a couple of months since I played due to family obligations and illnesses and whatever. It's been a couple of months since I played, and I am jonesing. I am jonesing for strange. I really, really just want to slide down a cock. I mean, just, oh, oh, I want to waterfall all over something. I'm sorry. That was me wandering off into my musings. Um, but when I find my bull, my local bull, I definitely want to do the testings and make the pact that we play bareback only with one another. Um, that is for the safety of everyone that I play with. That is for the safety of my bull. That is for the safety of my play partners at the parties that I go to. That is for the safety of everyone, for my husband, for me, for everyone. And, but since that's an aspect of swinger play that my husband really enjoys, the cuck cleanup, he really does enjoy it. And believe me, there are ways around the cuck cleanup that don't require you to be bareback. You can have them come on your tits, that you can have them come on your ass, you can have them come on your skin somewhere, and then have that be the place where, and believe me when I tell you, it's really nice when they come on an erogenous zone, because when your cuck is going all animalistic all over the spunk that's like decorating your body, it's nice that they're hitting areas that are turning you on that much more. So, um, if you're looking for a pearl necklace, believe me, there's this one spot in every girl's neck, it's like the vasonerve, that will make their legs tingle and shake. It is awesome. So, be creative. If your cuck wants to play cuck cleanup, be creative in where you get shot. You know what I'm saying? Have them spew in an area that is going to increase your pleasure, because when your cuck goes full animal, when your stag goes full raging bull on you, it really is hot when they're getting an area that is making everything just light up like a Christmas tree. So, take aim. Find the place that's gonna make it that much hotter for you too. So obviously, I am a proponent of, like, I am a cheerleader for kinks. I love the fact that people have multiple kinks. And I am actually going to ask a question to my audience today and see if anybody has successfully combined their kinks. Okay. So, like, for example, cuck cleanup, cuck play, swinger play, that's all kind of part and parcel with, you know, it's all part of the big ball we call the swinger lifestyle. But has anybody been able to cross genres? So, for example, has anyone been swinging with a dom? Has anyone been swinging into foot fetish, foot play? Has anyone been like, because there are sexual things that happen during any party, any swing event, anything like that, obviously. And some of that does involve some foot play, but I'm asking full foot fetish, full stepping into a high-heeled shoe, full stepping on something for someone. Have you ever crossed your genres? And I'm not just talking, not the two that I just mentioned, but like any of them. Like, I'd like to know if it is possible to bring two kinks together harmoniously, and what pitfalls are going to befall you if you try to, as they say in Ghostbusters, cross streams. What pitfalls are going to happen? Um, because I kind of have this fear about crossing into domination play in the vixen stag situation I have going on, because I know how protective my husband is of me and my safety, and having him let go so that another man can dominate me, it might feel it like I'm worried about the cross contamination of those two, you know what I mean? I'm worried about how the stag is going to react to the dominant play. And I'm worried about how the dominant is going to try to incorporate the stag into that dominant play. Because obviously, part of domination is humiliation. Well, not all. There is not all domination comes with humiliation, but a lot of it does. And so I'm just trying to figure out where, because I really am not into humiliating my husband. That's not what any of our kink is about. Our kink is not about making my cuck feel small. I believe me when I tell you, I am all for that play if that's what your play is about. If your play is about telling your cuck that his dick is so small and could never fill you the way that this bull's cock is filling you, I'm in. I mean, that's a kink that you guys wanna play with, please feel free. I am not in any way yucking your yum. It's just not the play that me and my husband participate in, because it makes me feel squiggly when I try to humiliate, it feels often wrong. And for me, that's a boundary. So, if that is your play, I'm all for it, and I'm definitely not yucking your yum. So, that being said, how do you have you ever reach out to me and let me know if you've ever successfully combined your kinks? And I will report back to the rest of you. Um, Thank you so much for joining me today on the Pineapple Pinup Hot Wife Life podcast. I am so grateful to everybody who has reached out. I am now on the socials. Well, one of the socials. I'm on Instagram at Pineapple Pinup Podcast. I am also available at my email, like always, pineapplepinuppod@gmail.com. If you have any questions, you can find my Instagram handle in the description of the show. So please feel free to reach out anytime, DM me, whatever. I'm good with all of it. So I appreciate you listening, and I really hope to hear back from you.